Here's your wrestling news for August 6th, 2021. And your headlines for today include backstage details behind Bray Wyatt's absence before his WWE release. Undertaker's warning about Bray Wyatt was right on the money. New WWE SummerSlam title match revealed. Surprising names backstage at AEW Dynamite Homecoming. Chris Jericho and more donate big money to Bobby Eaton's GoFundMe. Released WWE wrestler to make ROH debut at Glory by Honor. Major news concerning Adam Cole's WWE contract. Current AEW wrestler was pulled from event. Ex-NXT referee Drake Wuertz running for Florida State Representative. Natalya is recovering in rapid fashion after surgery. Big E passionately makes out with his Money in the Bank briefcase at WWE house show, and more. We are kicking off today with Bray Wyatt, who was released by WWE last week in a decision that still has fans scratching their heads. At this time, Wyatt's release was explained as due to Nick Khan's constant budget cuts, but there's now more to the story than that. According to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Wyatt's post-WrestleMania hiatus was due to a physical issue, which he clarified wasn't concussion-related, and added that Wyatt was medically cleared on the Thursday, 2 days before his release. Barrasso also reports that Wyatt signed a multi-million-dollar deal with WWE in 2020, and that contract has a non-compete clause, meaning it'll be October 29th before Wyatt can compete for another promotion. The irony of the demonic fiend being unleashed just 2 days before Halloween isn't lost on us, though we doubt we'll get to see the Fiend as he was in WWE, as the company owns the trademarks on that character. After his last appearance happened on the Raw after WrestleMania, there's plenty of places the former Universal Champion could go next, but we'll have to wait until October to see where he ends up. Last year, The Undertaker gave his final farewell at Survivor Series in what was an emotional moment for the 30-year veteran. Before the event, the Phenom spoke to the New York Post about Bray Wyatt, who many at the time considered to be the next Undertaker, and what he had to say stands out as eerily omniscient. The article reads, "As Undertaker has faded away, WWE has a new supernatural character in the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Undertaker is a fan of what Wyatt is doing, calling it edgy. He feels there are similarities between what Wyatt is now and what he did 30 years ago because the Fiend is so much different than everybody else in WWE." He included a warning for Wyatt, who reportedly has great input into his character. Undertaker believes that perk is something Wyatt should never let someone wrestle away from him. "When you have people outside writing for you, sometimes they get a little carried away and you're just like, okay, let's do that," Undertaker said. "I hope he really stays invested in it and says no when he has to say no and do what's right for that character because it's really the strongest character WWE has right now. It's why the Fiend is someone Undertaker wishes he had a little bit more gas left in the tank for." It wasn't long after the Phenom's departure that things went downhill for Wyatt, who lost an Inferno match to Randy Orton the next month. Returning in time for WrestleMania, the former Universal Champion lost there too, in what would be his final match with WWE. And although Wyatt tried to protect his character just as the dead man had advised, it was all for nothing in the long run. Back to the present, and with SummerSlam 2021 just over 2 weeks away, the card is coming together for the biggest party of the summer. Now it's been announced that the SmackDown Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Usos defend against the Mysterios in a rematch from Money in the Bank. This match joins Raw Women's, Universal, and WWE title matches on the card, but with cases increasing at a major rate, time will tell whether fans actually get to see SummerSlam 2021 in person. Over to AEW now, as the company hosted their homecoming special this Wednesday, and there were some interesting names who didn't make the show. According to Bodyslam.net, Kiera Hogan was backstage at Dynamite after recently departing from Impact Wrestling, and this could be a sign that she'll soon be joining their women's division. Tony Nese was also at Daly's Place on Wednesday after being released from WWE on June 25th, and the former Cruiserweight champion has kept a low profile since being cut. It was also noted that Mike and Matt Seidel's older brother, who isn't a professional wrestler, was also there, as AEW had a full house backstage to match the packed crowd in Jacksonville this past Wednesday. This week, the wrestling world lost a legend as Bobby Eaton sadly passed away, aged 62, and there's been an outpouring of support since his death was made public. Not long after his passing was announced, a GoFundMe was opened up and it smashed its $10,000 goal and currently has raised over $17,000. One huge donator was Chris Jericho, as the former AEW World Champion donated $5,000, but he wasn't alone with his big money donations, as Chris Gilman, Chase Owens, and Cody Rhodes chipped in $500 each. Obviously, the Eaton family is going through a very tough time right now, and this GoFundMe, which will help cover the legend's funeral costs, will help the Eatons tremendously at this sad time. Ring of Honor news next, as Chelsea Green is now working with the company, and her debut match has been confirmed. It's been announced that Green will make her ROH debut at Night 1 of Glory by Honor 18 against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. The next night, Green will team with Willow to face Roxy and Miranda Elise in what will be a busy weekend for the Hot Mess when Glory by Honor happens on Friday, August 20th and Saturday, August 21st. Back to WWE, and Adam Cole's contract ran up in July, and that caught executives by surprise, but he'll be sticking around for a little while longer. According to Fightful, Cole verbally agreed to stay with NXT through SummerSlam, and that agreement was later put into writing. But this short contract is the only one to Cole's name right now. It appears that Cole will be facing Kyle O'Reilly at TakeOver 36 on August 22nd, and if he doesn't sign a new deal, that could be his last match with the company. Cole maintains a great relationship with NXT, and his girlfriend, AEW Women's World Champion Britt Baker, has said she'll be happy for him no matter where he goes. But for now, the clock is ticking on Cole's time with the Black and Gold brand. Cole may be soon joining AEW, but one person you may not see for a long time is Max Caster after his tasteless rap this week. On Dark, Caster took aim at Simone Biles, who recently pulled out of the Olympics gymnastic events in Tokyo, citing mental health issues partly brought on by the recent death of her aunt during the Games. Caster also made reference to a controversial 2006 case where 3 Duke University lacrosse players were falsely accused of assaulting a woman, and now he's facing the consequences of his controversial rap. Caster was originally scheduled to compete at an upcoming indie event by Beyond Wrestling, but he's now been pulled from the show, according to Beyond themselves. Tony Khan was said to be very upset after the rap and has said he'll be in charge of editing for Dark and Dark Elevation from now on, as Caster's bars have caused a major shift in AEW, but not in the way he would have wanted. This year, Drake Wuertz was released from WWE, but unlike other releases, his departure was more to do with his behavior than budget cuts. Wuertz was cut after months of promoting debunked QAnon theories, including missing NXT tapings to rant about masks at a school board meeting, and famously stormed out of an NXT meeting when Triple H said that all religions are welcome. Now, the former deathmatch wrestler turned referee is taking his passion for politics to the next level as he's campaigning to be a Florida state representative. Calling himself the uncancelled champion of the people, Wuertz is trying to appeal to the constituents of Florida's District 30, and we'll continue to monitor this ongoing story. Raw news now, and on the July 26th show, Women's Tag Team Champion Natalya suffered an injury against Doudrop after a practically injury-free 13 years on the main roster. Since then, there's been talks of whether she and Tamina will have to vacate the titles, but it doesn't look like that'll happen now. Speaking on the Table Talk podcast, the Canadian superstar gave an update on when she'll wrestle again, saying, "I had screws and stuff drilled into my bone. There were no broken bones, but it needed surgery. I probably have another week before I get my stitches out. I've got to let my bone heal a little bit, but probably in the next little bit, probably under a month." Natalya is recovering in rapid fashion after this scary injury, as she showed off that she no longer needed crutches just 3 days after surgery, and it appears that she and Tamina will be holding on to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And we're ending with Mr. Money in the Bank Big E, who gave fans a very special sight during a recent live event. On Twitter, a fan shared a video of Big E making out with his briefcase, showing a passion in his kiss that most couples could only dream of. After years of fans wanting to see Big E pushed as a world title contender, we can't blame the former New Day star for being so passionate with his briefcase, which he plans on cashing in on Universal Champion Roman Reigns when the time is right. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.